So yes, I really think so. Even those lecturers that they taught in those ways, those classrooms without lights and everything, then now they have to adapt. They have to use AI and use Google and everything. Those ones that were not savvy before, they have to learn how to use all these tools because of the way the world is. So I just really encourage everybody to still study and read when they can, but still use AI to help your life. When you also
okay. Sorry, so that we are now
yes.
going back to the mobile phone now.
Yes.
Like on communication. Okay, I think you are working in banking sector. So mobile phone with banking sector. Do you think is anywhere in because now like we talk about mobile banking system
Okay.
like OPay, Money Points,
okay.
and which one again?
Yeah, Money Points,
PalmPay, yes.
Yeah.
So now you sometimes we have a lot of complaint using those apps. No, even the normal bank, like you transfer money, the money will not get to the customer on time.
Yes.
They tell you go to your bank.
Yes.
And when you get to bank will now postpone that you come 3 days later. Even when you come 3 days later, they still postpone again that they give you a lot of excuse. So do you think anything can be done in order to balance that equation, this challenge?
So yes, like traditional banks, like normal Access Bank, First Bank, and the rest, they usually have those issues. So that's the challenge that these fintechs like OPay, PalmPay that you mentioned, that's what they saw, that's the gap they saw, and that's one of the reasons I think they came in. So I believe for some people now, if you go to their shop, you want to buy something, and let's say you want to use transfer. If you don't have OPay or PalmPay account, they'll say I'm not transferring to GT Bank, I'm not transferring to Access Bank because of this issue that you've mentioned.
Okay.
So I don't really think the issue is there in it's not primarily there using those fintechs. Let's say you are transferring from OPay to OPay.
Yeah.
It's almost instantaneous. You see the money when you transfer.
Okay.
But when you are transferring from OPay to GT Bank, even the person that you are transferring the money to might even be scared. You say, please, GT Bank will not see a lot and stuff like that. I think what those traditional banks can do is to use more technology to make the process more seamless.
Okay.
Because sometimes you hear these banks saying that they are having service downtime, but those things hardly happen with fintech like OPay and PalmPay. But then again, if you look at it, can we say it's because the traditional banks have more customers? So like let's say First Bank has 1 million customers, and I don't know, because they've been here since.
Yeah.
PalmPay has, I don't know, I'm just saying for example, 500 customers.
Yes.
So for First Bank now that has a larger pool of customers, they might say it's because of the larger, let's say, users. That's why they have network issues and stuff. But I think what the banks can do is just to improve their network.
Okay.
But in the sense of mobile banking,
Yeah.
it's still the same thing. Network, if the network is fine, the transfer will work.
Okay.
Except for those people that use USSD too, is still phone. So most people, especially in the rural areas, like let's say marketplaces, they like to use USSD. So if the network is fine, I think everybody will be able to receive money on time and it will be fine. But I don't think the issue is primarily there with fintechs.
Okay.
We usually have those issues with, like, let's say, the traditional banks.
Okay.
So that's what I think.
Okay. So you think the problem is network?
I think that's one of it. That's one of it. Because I believe, I think that one of the reasons why what's it called, transfers from fintech is very instantaneous might be because they have overdrafts with those banks.
Okay.
So let's say you are transferring from OPay to this bank, they just have somewhere that they can remove them. It's just a very technical thing, but it's usually like instantaneous when you transfer from those
bank. Okay, sorry. As I was saying, something come to my mind. The existing bank, like the normal, like the GTB, Access Bank, they're a bank that exists before, like the fintech bank. Now, I think so. Why is it that they're the one that governs? Like, because there's partnership with fintech and the normal bank, isn't it?
No, I wouldn't really call it. You can call it partnership, but I wouldn't really call it partnership in that sense, because in a way they are competitors.
They are competitors.
So yes, so there can be maybe some kind of partnership, but I wouldn't really call it that because they are doing the same business.
Anything business.
It's just you having a commercial bank license is different from, let's say, Money Point or something.
Okay.
The licenses that you have limits or determines the level of let's say finance that you can do. For example, now an investment bank has the license to invest people's money. I don't know if you heard of the CBEX issue.
Okay.
Where people lost money in one platform. So there are bodies that govern the licenses and the level that you can go based on what you're licensed to do. So I think yes, those fintechs might have a limited let's say scope based on their license. So the existing banks can cover more than they can, but I would still say that they are competitors.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Let me know just provide questions. Okay. All right. Now, okay, this is African technology development. I don't know if anyone have something to say before we conclude this issue. Have something to say. Give a proper mic.
Yeah.